All right, so to start off on this, so Katie was nice enough to chat with me, obviously, to make sure that, you guys are utilizing everything possible that we are providing for you, all right? Because at the end of the day, there's a lot of stuff that we can actually help you guys out with, and I want to make sure that you guys are completely aware of everything that we provide and can help out. All right, so the main thing I always kind of tell agents really to focus on at the end of the day is this KW Resources section. All right, so let me scroll down a little bit further. So we're currently on ScottLeroyMarketing.com on here, and under the KW Resources section, this is, well, all the Keller Williams resources. All right, so at the end of the day for this, though, there's a bunch of different items that you can actually take advantage of on here. So I just want to give you a heads up on that. All right, perfect. Okay, so the first thing we're actually going to see on here is the questionnaire section. All right, so under the questionnaire section that we're actually seeing on here, now this is kind of meant for newer agents, obviously, at the end of the day, but really any agent can actually utilize this. I just want to give you a heads up on that. All right, so any agent is currently allowed to use this at any time, which is the good part about it. All right, so with that being said on here, all you'd actually have to do is click on any of the different questionnaires so we can make sure that you're completely up and running with everything. All right, so that's the best part about this. All right. So on here, if I hover over questionnaires, I can actually view our questionnaire section. I can view what we call our questionnaire queue. All right, and then I can even view our, pop up, there we go. I can even view our 30-day challenge. We have a couple different 30-day challenges that may help you out tremendously. All right, so with that being said on here, whenever we actually update this, all right, then if we actually come over here and click on any of them, it's going to ask us to sign in. All right, so in order to sign in, it's pretty simple. It's going to say, what's your Market Center number or your password? All right, so with that being said on here, all right, all we'd have to do is put inside our Market Center number, which for you guys will be 582. All right, once you put inside 582 and click that login option, that'll let you in immediately on here. All right, so that's going to help out tremendously for you. All right. So once I click on login using 582, then that'll give me access to everything on here. All right. So once we do that, then this is where we can actually view our questionnaire section. All right, so the questionnaires are really, once again, just going to help us to get you completely up and running with all of your KW tools. All right, whether it's going to be your MyKW platform, whether it'll be your KW Command platform, KW Connect as well. We'll also have sections on here, to get you up and running, with your HomeKeeper account, your .loop account. We'll set up your KW email for you. We'll spot check that everything is up and running. We'll obviously set up your MailChimp account too. All right, so there's a bunch of different items we'll actually go through and tweak. Now, at the end of the day, there are a bunch of different questionnaires you can choose from. All right, the two biggest ones that people will typically, select from are either the normal setup questionnaire. So this is going to be a little bit daunting at the end of the day because it will ask pretty much anything and everything for us to get you completely up and running with all of your tools. All right, so it is going to ask for a bunch of items, including your bio, your designations, obviously your headshot, your social media profiles. All right, if you happen to have a domain or anything of that sort, if you have a .loop account. All right, or of course we even have our short form option. All right, which is going to take out all the kind of extra stuff, like all the extra fluff, basically, and really just ask for the main items that you might want to take a look at. All right, so it's going to ask on here, what's your login and password? What do you want as your password? What do you want as your email? All right, if you have a headshot, feel free to send it over. All right, but it won't ask for that extra stuff like your bio, your social media info, your designations, your domain. All right, just so we can actually get that later on whenever you might have it. All right, and then of course, if you purely just need your Playster site set up, we even have one just for Playster, so we can really customize that for you even further. All right, so at the end of the day, if you actually click on any of these, they're all just clickable links. All right, so if I click on that short form setup, obviously if you're an existing agent, this might be the main one to utilize. All right, then this will actually take you through, and if you notice on here, hey, we say it takes about 1 to 2 business days to complete. We always shoot for that next business day turnaround. All right, and it is done by a real live person, so we don't use any robots or anything of that sort. We're literally the ones that are going into your account, making sure everything is displaying properly, spot checking it, setting everything up, copying and pasting everything over for you. All right, we even happen to have a video on here too that'll walk you through how to actually fill out our questionnaire and how to best utilize it. All right, and then even below that we have a little FAQ section. All right, and then on here, all right, just to give you a heads up, everything is really just a form at the end of the day. All right, it's just kind of a contact form. We do have some helpful items on here of, hey, for your first name, it is required, obviously, just so we know who's sending this. But then we'll say, exactly as you want it displayed on your public profiles. So if you go by a nickname or if you have a different name that you decide you want to go by, all right, feel free to add that in. Same with your last name on here. All right, you can even put inside your MyKW usernames. That way we can help to actually set you up and access your account. All right, same for your password on here too. All right, and then in this case on here, for example, if you want to change your MyKW password, what would you like it changed to? And we can update that. We can even update this on the other locations like dotloop, like your KW email, MailChimp, Homekeeper, right? Obviously over on KW Command, over on KW Connect, the KW app, Kelly. All right, so a bunch of different locations on here. All right, so at the end of the day, this is really just going to be a little kind of short form for you guys to fill out so we can actually go through and update everything on here possible for you. Now, once you've actually gone through and filled out all the additional items on here, all right, then at the very, very bottom, all right, it's just going to ask, hey, click that little option on here. So I'm going to say, here's the little agreement thing. All right, just saying, hey, we've gone through, we double-checked everything spelled correctly. All right, and then on here, it's going to give us a send option. All right, so all we tell people, hey, depending on your internet speed and depending on, what you may have attached on here, if it's larger images or anything of that sort, it can take up to about 60 seconds or a full minute for it to actually pull over the information on here. All right, it usually doesn't take that long. Whenever I submit it, it typically automatically comes over, and ironically enough, it comes to us way quicker than the thank you page pops up for some reason. All right, but once you actually submit this, then you'll automatically receive a thank you page. You'll even receive a thank you email as well. All right, so a bunch of different options that'll actually help out to let you know, hey, this actually came over to us. All right, so I just want to give you a heads up on that. Now, once this does take you over to that thank you page and send you that thank you email, you're automatically in our queue. All right, so that way we'll definitely work to get you set up as quick as possible. Now, typically what will usually happen in this case is if you submit it off today, for instance, so if you submit it off on the 28th, you're automatically in our queue for the 29th to get you up and running. And if you need any changes, we've seen this happen all the time whenever the questionnaire has been submitted. All right, if you want to come back over here and make any changes like, hey, I really want to use this as my website URL, or I want to use this as my email address, all right, feel free to just let us know. All right, just feel free to contact us and we can note that on your account easily. Now, whenever this has been submitted off, then you will receive a setup email whenever it has been completed, basically just alerting you that, hey, here's what the new setup looks like. Here's all of your information that we actually went through and updated for you. All right, but then each day we also set up what we call our questionnaire queue on here. All right, this is literally just an overview of who's currently in our queue, and then if we happen to have any missing logins, we'll actually reach out to you directly to see if we can get that login reset immediately, because we will need that login and password to get you completely up and running on everything. Now, this is literally just an alphabetical order item of everyone that's currently in our queue right now, so I just want to give you a heads up, it won't be updated immediately. It's not a 24/7 item on here, but as long as you receive that thank you page, then you will know, hey, this has already been added in, so we're good to go. All right, this is done every morning, though, around 8 a.m. Eastern Time or 7 o'clock your time. All right, and then we also happen to have what we call our 30-day challenges on here, too. All right, so for our 30-day challenge on here, for instance, all right, this is where you can actually go through and view all the different challenges that are currently available for you. All right, the biggest one that a lot of agents will utilize is this MyKW SLM challenge. This is actually going to help you to best utilize all of your KW tools and also all of our free tools as well. All right, so at the end of the day, as a KW agent, we definitely want to make sure that you're using all the tools that are available for you to the best of your ability. All right, so with that being said on here, if you click on any of these challenges, and if you notice there is a database management one, there's a blogging option, an SEO option. All right, well, if I click on this challenge, it's going to take me over to a page where I can actually just view, all the challenge helpful tips on here. All right, so on day 1, for instance, respond back to this with, the setup email with anything highlighted in yellow. All right. So not only do we have little helpful items for each day, but you're probably wondering, where am I going to see what the actual days are? Well, there is a printable version on here where you can actually print this off immediately. All right. So in this case, if I click on, here for the printable version, all right, then as you can see, I can now go through. It's all linked up just through Google Drive. We just have that saved on here. All right, and I can click on this little download option so I can download as a PDF and print it on my own. So that way, whenever you're completed with a day, you can actually just mark off that particular day. Now, one thing I do want to specify on here, because we get this a bunch, if you aren't able to complete one of the days, it's okay. All right, even though it says, hey, this is a 30-day challenge for your KDB technology. All right, if you aren't able to, complete one of them, or maybe want to skip over one, like on here we say, hey, if you want to get a custom domain name, so that way, whatever website KW might come out with very soon, we can just move that over and your branding will stay the same. All right, but if you're like, hey, I don't want to get a custom domain name, you can always skip over that. That's no problem at all. All right, so I just want to give you a heads up on that one. All right, but it's all available for you to go through and actually tweak and utilize even further on here. All right, now outside of that, so those are obviously all the different items we can do to kind of help you get completely up and running with everything on here. All right, so I'm going to X out of this real quick. All right, so that's all under the questionnaire section on here. All right, this is where we can actually go through all of our different questionnaires for us to get you up and running with everything. Now, once again, even if you're an existing agent, I may highly suggest going through and filling out the questionnaire too. All right, because a lot of agents will say, so much has changed since I first came on board as a KW agent, that at the end of the day, I definitely want to make sure I'm utilizing everything that's brand new. All right, and so many items are changing currently that this is definitely not a bad idea just to have some spot checking on there. All right, so outside of just getting agents set up and, kind of helping them out with their KW platforms, we also provide training classes. So outside of doing it for you, we're also here to teach you how to do everything that we completed for you too, in case you want to update anything, change anything, tweak it, completely up to you. All right, so our live training classes are every Tuesday through Friday at 12 p.m. Central Time. So if I click on the live webinar option on here, I don't know why it keeps doing that, but it'll actually take me over to the Join Me class. I'm glad it didn't. It probably did that because I'm actually linked up on Join Me right now. It's probably freaking out a little bit. All right, but it'll actually take you over to where you can view those live training classes. Now, typically the classes open about 30 minutes prior to the class time and stay open about 15-20 minutes after that. Today is obviously the one exception because I had a webinar right after it. All right, but this way you can actually learn even more about the KW platform. Now, the good part about the live training classes, much like this one, is you can ask questions at any time. All right, everything's completely interactive. All right, the class we had earlier today, a couple people asked questions, so it's fantastic. That way we can answer as we're going along. Now, outside of the live training classes, though, you can always rewatch them 24/7 under our training section. All right, so you can actually view our training calendar on here. All right, you can actually view all of our, we call it our advanced training classes, but basically our pre-recorded classes. All right, if you want to learn more about digital marketing, we have some short digital marketing tips. We have classes on .loop, help on exporting your contacts so we can help to import them for you. We have what we call our MyKW Academy. That's a 1-hour overview of how you can utilize the entire MyKW platform. We also have a KW Command Academy where you can learn even more about that too. All right, we even have our MyKW cheat sheet on here as well. All right, this is a 113-page document we created for you guys that you can download right away to basically just keep on file, and it'll walk you through step by step how you can update everything. All right, we have current tips on the platform, including the Kelly AI app. We have information on Placester on here too. All right, and then even beyond that, we have even Tech 101 classes, just the basis of technology. All right, just stuff to kind of help you guys out even further on here. Now, for the training calendar section, this is obviously where you can learn more about our training classes. All right, so to join the live webinar, just click slmwebinar.com. All right, you can also review all the classes at slmtraining.com. On here, we currently have the May training classes, even though we really just have 3 more classes in May. I can't believe we're already into June very soon. All right, then we also happen to have our June training classes on here too. So if you want to learn more about what's available in June, you can click on the CST option to view that immediately. All right, and then this will automatically pop up, hey, here are all of our June classes. All right, and if you want to learn more about what those classes will entail, all right, if we scroll down a little bit further, All right, then you can actually view all the different class options on here. All right, so like the MyKW Academy class, 1 hour overview of the MyKW platform, including everything you need to launch your KW career. All right, the 1 hour overview of the KW Command platform. 1 hour overview of the KW Command platform, including all the new tools that KW is releasing via their labs. All right, Playster 101, Dotloop 101, Dotloop 201, database management, marketing on here, how to use our services, Kelly class, referrals, groups, and chats, Sketchhouse and Lead Accelerator, opportunities. All right, so we have a bunch of different class options that are available on for you to take advantage of, basically. All right, so under the June one, for instance, we have our Tuesday classes right up here and the dates that they're going to occur on. All right, so next week on Tuesday, we're going to have our KW Command overview class starting at 12 p.m. All right, and then here's how you can actually access it, slnwebinar.com, and here's how you can call in. All right, then below that, our Wednesday courses. Here's the Playster 101, KW Connect, Kelly overview, referrals, groups, and chat. All right, our Thursday classes, here's our Dotloop 101, Dotloop 201, database management classes, marketing with MyKW classes. All right, we even have our Friday courses on here too, like our overview class, our Sketchhouse and Lead Accelerator, listings and landing pages, opportunities courses. All right, and then we even have all of our contact info down here as well. All right, so you guys are kind of in the sweet spot right now, where even though we're quote-unquote an EST company, since you're on Central Time, you can contact any time from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Central Time. And we're usually on before that, and we're usually on after that as well. So I just want to give you a heads up on that. So even if you contact via email after that or before it, there's a good chance you're going to get a response. And then obviously during this is when you'll actually see all the different options that are available for you, basically, of, how to call us, how to email us, how to utilize the live chat feature on our website to leave a message for us. All right, but you can also download this. That way you can plan ahead and be like, hey, I really want to come to this Kelly overview class on the 19th. I'm going to add it to my calendar to make sure I'm there at 12 p.m. All right. Now, outside of that, then you can also go over to our technology section. So this is under training, we have advanced training, and this is where we basically just keep all of our different classes in one location for you. All right, so if you want to learn more about the MyKW Academy webinar, you can click on this to access that playlist immediately. All right, same with KW Command, same with our advanced training classes, whether you want to learn more about, marketing with MyKW Command, database management, obviously. We even have classes on here randomly about PySync, about MailChimp. We just had one last week. We even have courses on here as well, over on, Lead Accelerator, Sketchhouse, how you can go through and utilize opportunities. All right, so there's a bunch of different options that are available for you. We have courses on the eEdge CRM too that'll actually help you out in addition to the KW Command platform. We have Playster 101 and 201 classes, Dotloop 101 and 201 classes. We have our KW Connect e-learning platform, right? Our Kelly AI app, the KW Consumer app on here. How to utilize us as well, all right? How to utilize some digital marketing items too. All right, so this is all available for you, and all you have to do is click on that link to access it immediately. All right, then beyond that, you also happen to have our cheat sheet on here. So this is our 5th volume. We tend to come out with a new volume usually twice a year, once at Mega Camp, once at Family Reunion. So the 6th volume should be coming out at Family Reunion. And we always do a little bit of tweaks every now and then. We might have like volume, 5.1, 5.2, stuff like that. All right, but this one's actually now featuring KW Command and how you can utilize it. All right, so very similar to answers.kdb.com, this is just another way to show you, step by step how you can access everything. But the good part about this is it's all in one location that you can actually just download and have on your computer. All right, so that way if you don't want to go through and, have to get on the internet to access everything, you can just search for it in this PDF document. All right, it'll also include a table of contents for you guys so you can see which page everything is on here. All right, and then in addition to that, if you are viewing this online, I'm going to scroll down a little bit further past all the table of contents because it takes up a bunch of pages. All right, but then if you're actually viewing this online, not only can you learn a little bit more about, hey, what is KW Command? How do you access it? What's on the menu on here? All right, there's even clickable options on here too, like little URL links that once you click on it, you'll actually be able to go through and you can actually find the different URLs that we've synced up on there, whether it's through KW Command, through KW Connect, through answers.kdb.com. All right, a bunch of different helpful items on here. All right, so this is all available for you to utilize at the end of the day. All right. So I'm going to X out of this real quick, but of course, once again, if you want to download this, just click the download, the MyKW Cheat Sheet Volume 5.0 option, and that'll allow you to download this immediately on here. Alright, so that's all available just under our training section. Then, of course, we even have a support section on here too for you guys. Alright, so under our support section on here, this is where you can actually find different support options that are available for you to use. Alright, so at the end of the day, you're more than welcome, obviously, to come through and you can say, hey, I have something that I just need help with, and you're obviously by no means obligated to go through and fill out any of these forms on here. Alright, these forms will basically just allow us to go through and say, hey, you know, this is exactly what you're looking for, so we're going to ask you exactly what you need. Alright, so on here you can see all the different support options, whether it's setting up your KDB Command profile, getting your profile up to 100% over on MyKW. We obviously can help to update your address, add in testimonials for you, update your bio. Alright, we can add inside custom links on your Playster site, or add in your, download my app option over there too. Alright, the big three that people will definitely utilize: the KDB Command profile setup, just to make sure that is completely up and running for you, so that way everything will auto-populate on your new marketing pieces through KDB Command, and obviously your email campaigns and smart plans. Alright, domain forwarding, so if you happen to have a domain, we can help to move that over to any website you prefer. Alright, so at the end of the day, if you want this added over to, your Playster site, over to your app, to your eEdge website, alright, you can fill this out and we can help to add that in immediately. Alright, definitely the email campaign setup. If you guys are looking to have your 33 Touch relaunched, or your This Month in Real Estate campaign relaunched, this will help out tremendously on here, so that way we can actually go through and set this up for you right away. Alright, so feel free to fill this out, because we can help out tremendously on that right away for you, make it as simple as possible, so you're not having to actually reactivate everything. We can just get that done for you. Alright, and then of course, the number one thing, without a doubt, is importing databases. Alright, so at the end of the day, if you happen to have a CSV file, a VCF file, a numbers file, alright, feel free to send that over to us along with your login and password for MyKW, and we can help to set that up immediately on here. Alright, so we can actually go through and reformat it to the proper format that you need it to be in. Alright, and then we can actually add that into your backend too. We can put it in the proper tags on KDB Command. We can put it in the proper groups over on eEdge. If you want to add it over to your KDB.com email, we can put it in the contact section too. Alright, so feel free to send that over. So once again, if it's a CSV file, a VCF file, or a numbers file, we can easily work with that for you to reformat everything. And if you need help exporting contacts from your phone, exporting them obviously from Gmail, from Yahoo, AOL, alright, Outlook, let us know and we can help out right away. Alright, so these are all available for you to use, and all you'd have to do if you want to go through and, like, say for instance you want to add inside, an open house on your KWLS, so that way we can make sure that it's up and running for you properly. Alright, then once we actually do that on here, now we do suggest, much like on here, after we enter the open house, the KWLS updates overnight. If your open house is on a Saturday, please submit this by Thursday as an example. Alright, so we are closed on the weekend. We do kind of monitor everything, just see if there are any, major items that need to be taken care of, or any fires that need to be put out, or anything like that. But since the KWLS does take about 24 hours to push out to those different platforms like Zillow and Trulia, alright, on this one, for instance, try and submit this at Thursday at the latest, just so we can get that added in for you as quick as possible. Alright, so in this case, if you notice, there is a little video to walk you through how to fill out the form. Alright, but then even further down, it's just going to ask you some basic info. What's your name? What's your email address so we can alert you once this is completed? Alright, what's your login and password for MyKW? What's the address of the open house? Alright, what's the date for it? Alright, what's the time of the open house? Alright, and then we always ask just a random question at the end. We say it's a captcha question, it's just because it's nice to read something a little bit different whenever we're doing these forms. Alright, and once you click that send option, it'll come over to us immediately. Now once again, you are not obligated to utilize any of these forms if you don't want to. You can always call or email us and we can help out too. Alright, so completely up to you, but these little forms on the support section help out tremendously, so that way we can actually go through and get that up and running. Alright, so the KDB support section is actually just for the office leadership in this case, or the KDB leadership support, that is. Alright, so I'm going to skip over that for the time being, just because this is something for office leadership like Katie to take a look at on here. All right, but then you'll also have your own little templates that you can utilize. All right, so these templates are meant to just be kind of easy, cheesy templates that you can utilize at the end of the day. All right, so with that being said on here, if I scroll down, a little bit further on here, all right, then this is where we can actually view, a little overview of how you can utilize our templates, how you can actually go through and tweak it. This one's actually for an email signature since that's the most popular, where you can actually download it, create it, obviously put it over on your KW email. All right. And of course, down here, you can actually find all the templates in alphabetical order. Now remember, once again, you will need to put inside your Market Center number to access everything. So for you guys, you want to put inside 582 to have access right away. All right, so they are in alphabetical order to make it look a little bit, cleaner, a little bit easier to find on here. And then, of course, in this case, if you are looking for email signatures or anything, just click on the email signature option on here. Here we go. All right, and all of ours are through what we call, well, not what we call, but what Google calls Google Slides. All right, so it's basically like their PowerPoint version. All right, so at the end of the day, if you ever use PowerPoint, it's going to be almost synonymous with this. All right, almost the exact same thing. All right, the only difference is whether you have a Mac or a PC, you should be able to use this right away as long as you have a Gmail or a KW.com email. All right, so on here, then I can actually see, all right, inside Google Drive here, the different options available. All right, so I'm going to say I'm looking for one of the quote-unquote modern options. And if I want to make this first email signature, for instance, I can actually just click on this. Here we go. All right, and then it's going to pull up where we can actually access this email signature. Now, if you notice on here, though, once I actually click on anything, I can't really do anything at all. All right, it's just kind of basically saying, here's where I can add inside my information. Here's where I could add inside my office logo if I wanted to. The office, city, street, obviously address, city, state, zip code. I kind of went in a weird order on there. All right, but if you notice, I can't do anything. It just says view only. All right, so what you'll actually want to do is click the file option at the top left up here. All right, once you click file, select make a copy. All right, because once you actually make a copy, then you can actually go through and edit this even further. All right, because if I make a copy on here, so I'll put it in as a copy of modern email signature. That's perfect. Here we go. So I made a copy of that, and now once I've actually made a copy, I control this on my Gmail account. All right, so I was already signed into a Gmail account on here, so this is perfect. But now if you notice, we have complete editing options on here. So we can actually change out, the background image on here. We can change out, obviously, the text on here if we want to. There's a bunch of different items we can do to tweak this even further. All right, and once you have gone through and updated it, so maybe I want to get rid of this, and I want to put inside Scott Leroy. All right, you can actually tweak all this on here. All right, I could say realtor on here, for instance. All right, so there's a bunch of different items, and I can insert something on here if I want to as well. All right, including a special character. All right, so for a special character on here, geez, I'll have to search for it, but I believe it's the R option. Oh, come on. Should be under symbols, which is what we're under right now. Here we go. All right, so then I could actually look for the rights option, which should be popping up here. It is. Yep. And I already added it in. It just won't say it, so I could even add that inside too. All right, I could go through, I could change the format on here. I can change the slide option on it too. All right, so a bunch of different options where you can tweak this even further. All right, so nothing is really set in stone. You can delete anything that you want to. But once you are completed with this, you can click the file option on here, select download as, and this will give you the option where you can even download it as a PDF if you want to, if you just want to kind of print it off. You can download it as a JPEG or a PNG in case this is a digital item that you want to post out on your social media platforms, on your website. In this case, as your email signature on here. All right, then this will allow you to download that right away. But once again, once you actually copy this, it'll save this inside your back end of Google Drive so you can utilize that even further later on. All right, now this is all available just under all of our templates on here. So ScottLeroyMarketing.com/templates will have all these different template options available for you too. Now, one thing to note, if you don't see a template that you want on here, so we're always asking for new items because we're, it's always nice to know what people want. All right, at the very bottom, you can actually say, have an idea for a template, or sorry, a template type you don't see here. Send us your request and we'll do our best to add it in. All right, so all you have to do is just put inside your name, email address, and then what you're basically looking for. And there is a send option down here too. All right. So that's all available just under our templates section on here. All right, so just under KDB Resources, you have the option for us to get you completely up and running and optimized on all of your MyKW tools, all right, including KDB Command, KDB Connect, MyKW, .loop, Playster, eEdge, the KDB Profile, all right, the KDB app, Homekeeper, MailChimp, all right, a bunch of different options. We also have all of our live webinars where you can access all of our classes pretty much 24/7 on here. Well, not on this one, but this is available for you to come to any of the classes where you can actually interact with us. Remember, Tuesday through Friday at 12 p.m. Central Time is when they happen. This is where you can access all the classes 24/7. All right, so any class that we ever have, you'll be able to re-access it and just kind of re-watch, hey, this is exactly what we did that day in case you aren't able to make it. Or if you have to leave early, you can always come back and finish up the class later on your own. All right, the support section on here is about 40 free items that typically an admin or marketing person would do, and we're just going to do it for free for you instead. All right, so once again, the big items on here is setting up your command account, obviously setting up, the email campaigns like the 33 Touch or This Month in Real Estate, obviously going through and importing your databases for you too, and then even those easy cheesy templates all through Google Slides. So remember, you do need a Gmail account, whether it's a kdb.com email or a gmail.com email, in order to access all these templates on here. Now, the final thing that's available, and once again, you are under no obligations, sorry, I guess you don't have to use this, is probably what I should have said by any means. All right, but there is an option on here for an agent store for you guys, too. All right. So for this one, for instance, under agentstore.com/MC582, or of course, you can always click right up here and search for your Market Center. And once again, you can just type inside the name or the Market Center number and it'll pop up for you. All right, so this is something that we had, help getting created with Brandco, actually, who's an approved vendor of KW. All right, this is going to help out a little bit with print marketing. So right now, if you're just looking for some simple stuff like business cards or name tags or anything like that, or there's even package options on here. There are open house signs. There's even custom HTML signatures on here too, and very soon there'll be postcards, there'll be flyers as well, door hangers. All right, the sky's kind of the limit now. So this is just starting with the basics on here for you. But even if you want to go through and utilize the business card section on here, all right, I can click on Get Started, for instance. All right, and then once we do that, it'll automatically pop up with all the different business card options that are available for you. All right, so if you see one that you actually like for instance, maybe you like this one on here, all right, you can click on any of them that you prefer. Here we go. All right, you can specify the quantity that you want to use, what type of finish. So maybe I just want 500 that are glossy on here. All right, I can click on Customize this design. All right, and then once I do that, it's literally just going through and just typing in what you prefer. All right, so nothing too crazy at the end of the day. All right, so then this will automatically pop up. This is where you can put inside your info. All right, here is your Market Center information already set up on here. All right, if we click on the back of the card on here too, there we go. Oh, sorry, come on, don't move. All right, then it'll automatically have the Market Center logo as well, all right, over from kw.com or from MyKW. All right, so you can actually go through and tweak this even further. So if you notice on here, I can click on this. I can actually change a bunch of information on it if I want to. All right, or over here, I can just make it simple, and I can just type inside my information. It'll automatically populate for me too. All right, so completely up to you if you want to go through and change anything. So this is all available for you to use. Obviously, this is something that you would have to purchase at the end of the day. All right, so you're not obligated to use it by any means, but if you are looking for business cards, name tags, custom email signatures, open house signs, very soon print marketing pieces, flyers, postcards, door hangers, all right, a bunch of different items are coming out very, very soon for you. But remember, it's all under agentstore.com, all right, or agentstore.com/MC582. All right, and that'll give you access to everything on here. All right, so at the end of the day, we're really here to kind of help you out with all of your KDB technology. All right, whether you need help getting something set up, help activating something, help, tweaking something, maybe something's not working properly and you just need help with it. All right, we're additional help, much like Katie in the office. All right, so in this case, if you ever need to get in touch with us, anywhere on our website, at the very, very bottom, it'll say Contact Us Today. All right, it's going to have our email address and our phone number. All right, so feel free, if you ever need to get in touch with us, to call us or to email us. Now, if you try to call us and all operators are currently on a call, it will ask you to leave a voicemail. Please leave a voicemail, as we do call those back immediately. I just want to give you a heads up on that. All right, or of course, feel free to email us. All right, we typically are standing by our email all day long. We usually have about 3, 4, 5 people answering emails to help out. All right, and then even outside of hours, we do check it out too in case you need any additional help on there. All right, so hopefully this helped to give you a little bit of an idea as to how we can help you guys out even further, what tools are available for you to use, and what are some of the best practices and everything as well. All right, but remember, everything under this KDB Resources section is really what you want to take a look at. All right, so this will help you out tremendously. All right, so hopefully that gave you a little bit of an overview. Hopefully you learned something new or anything of that sort that you might want to utilize moving forward that we can help to take off your plate. All right, so thank you guys so much for hopping on here. I told Katie it's only going to take about 30 minutes or so. But if you guys have any questions, feel free to shoot away. There's a little chat section up there. All right, so if you do have any questions, feel free to let me know, and I can answer them right away for you.